Imagine standing in the ruins of a dream, your hope splintered, your pride cracked wide open. You remember the moment you tried, believed, pushed hard, and failed. Maybe you fell so publicly, the echo of the laughter or whispers still sting your ears. Humiliation's burn makes you want to vanish, to close in, to forget it all. But tonight, listen, this isn't the end of your story. This is the place comebacks are born, the anvil where new strength is forged. Your job now isn't to run. It's to become fiercely, stubbornly, unbreakably dedicated to the life that's waiting for you on the other side of failure. You've heard the world say, don't be stubborn. But stubbornness, raw, relentless, heart-on-fire stubbornness, is exactly what you need right now. That's not foolishness. It's the superpower of every person who ever came back stronger than anyone thought possible. The trick isn't to cling blindly to failed plans. It's to be stubborn about your goal and flexible as water about how you reach it. See it. Your goal is the North Star, always shining, no matter how wild the storms become. Sometimes you must change your route, your approach, and even the size of your steps, but never the fire in your heart. When others give up, you dig into the earth of your desire, plant your feet, and declare, I'm not moving, not quitting, not backing down. My story's not finished. People will tell you that humiliation is the end. Proof you were foolish to even try. Let them talk. Some will only sit in the stands, tossing cheap words while you dare greatly in the arena. Remember, nobody who has done something truly powerful avoids failure or mockery. Let their judgment pass over you. A cold wind, nothing more, because only you know the force burning inside your chest. Yes, you fell. So did every hero you know. The difference is not that they never failed, but that they refused to let failure define their limits. You are bigger than your worst hour, and one setback is the soil for 1,000 new beginnings. Let every humiliation become fuel. Let it sharpen your resolve. Repeat to yourself, I am still standing, and as long as I stand, I can move forward. Stubbornness isn't rigidity. A flexible reed bends and survives. So when your plan fails, don't see it as defeat. See it as a lesson. Change tactics, adapt, break your big dream into new steps. Outthink the obstacles, outlast the disappointment, and always return your gaze to your ultimate purpose. Stubborn goals, flexible strategies. This is the secret of lifelong winners. In the darkness after a fall, your mind will offer harsh words. Breathe. This is your moment to become your own strongest ally. Use self-talk that lifts. This moment isn't who I am. It's the trial I overcome. Dive into cognitive tricks and your brain chants you'll fail again. Question it. List your past victories, no matter how small. Reframe the narrative. That failure was feedback, not a verdict. Make your internal voice the mentor you always needed, not the critic you never deserved. Harness the power of comeback psychology. Start with acceptance. Feel the sting. Mourn what you lost, but promise yourself it won't last forever. Give your heart the dignity to grieve. Then set a date to get up and try again. From athletes to artists to leaders, the strongest come back because they refuse to wallow in defeat. They give themselves 24, 48 hours, a week if needed, then return to the game, even if it means crawling at first. Let others' doubt become your fuel. When you want to shrink, remember, the world doesn't need another person who gives up too soon. It needs the defiant soul who tries again, even shakily. Plant your feet in grit and declare, each no I hear is one closer to a yes I'll earn. This loss is not a grave, it's a ladder. Every comeback starts with a stubborn refusal to disappear. Use every psychological trick to your advantage. Make your environment a stage for progress. Write your goals somewhere you'll see every day. Eliminate distractions. Set reminders for the tiniest task. Break down your mountain into pebbles. A call, a page, a run, a brave conversation. Celebrate each tiny return to action. Each tick of progress stokes the fire and silences the shame. Manipulate your mind to crave victory. Visualize your comeback, the applause, the quiet dignity, the internal peace that only comes after rising from a fall. Let yourself feel the pride you'll have, not because it was easy, but because you were stubborn enough to keep fighting. Let's not pretend it's painless. That public loss, that moment where eyes turned away or laughter drilled into your ribs, it hurts. But sometimes, only the ones who have been broken open know the real value of succeeding. You've seen the bottom. You know how heavy the night can be. Now, imagine the sunrise as you take your first stubborn step back. The world will doubt your rise at first. But with each day you show up, you silence the critics, not with words, but with action. If shame hisses, counter it with gratitude for your resilience. This pain will teach me. This scar will remind me I am braver than my fears. Refuse to let anyone, most of all yourself, convince you that temporary defeat means permanent worthlessness. Failure is the price the world charges for rare things: courage, wisdom, the ability to inspire others. Stubbornness is nothing without hope. To come back, you must believe your best days aren't behind you. They're waiting, if only you walk on. When you want to quit, shift your focus from the gap left by loss to the road ahead. I don't need to win today. I only need to move forward. Remind yourself, mistakes don't last, but regret from quitting too soon does. Every time you fail and get back up, you write a story of resilience that others, many quietly desperate, may be longing to see. You become the proof that brokenness is not the end, it's the forge for greatness. Manipulate your habits. Use stubbornness as your engine. Tie each action to a reward. After finishing a hard task, give yourself simple joy. Set up accountability. Tell a friend about your comeback plan so you have someone expecting your rise. Stack the deck in your favor by making distraction hard and progress easy. Every manipulation is you, outwitting your old limits. If self-doubt screams, speak back. The greatest have all fallen, faced scorn, been humiliated. My pain means I dared enough to try. Record small wins. Even if they seem insignificant, they are the rungs of your comeback ladder. Lean into your future self. Visualize them strong, proud, thankful for your fight. Ask, what would my stronger self do right now? Summon their words. Let their imagined pride become your fuel. Remind yourself, the shame you feel is a story, not a sentence. Others may remember your failure today, but in time, all they'll see is how fiercely, passionately, stubbornly you kept going. In the end, you are not someone who failed. You are the one who got up, who endured, who came back scarred but victorious. So stand tall. Every legend is a collection of comebacks, a mosaic of stubborn moments when giving up seemed easy, but you stayed standing. Whenever you doubted yourself, remember, stubbornness is the root power of achievement. Be stubborn about your goal, flexible in your methods, and ferocious in picking yourself up. Again and again, no matter who laughed or doubted. Because your story isn't about the fall. It's about your rise. You are not defined by the loss, the humiliation, or the echoes of the crowd. You are defined by the moment you whisper to yourself, I am not done. Watch me, I'm coming back. Let the world see you, tougher for every scar, more relentless for every loss. Your comeback will shout quietly, you cannot break the stubborn heart that believes. Step out now. Own every failure with pride. Own every step with stubborn commitment. The world is waiting to see the force you become, not in spite of your humiliation, but because you turned it into something unstoppable. You are the comeback. You are the proof. Now rise and let your stubborn heart lead you to your wildest victory yet. Imagine this. You're staring up at the ceiling in the dark. The sting of failure and humiliation is still fresh. A mistake at work, a public setback, perhaps laughter or whispers behind your back. You might feel exposed, judged, even abandoned. In moments like this, it's tempting to shrink, give up, vanish into the crowd. But out of these ashes, the fire of stubborn comeback is born. And today, you will learn the inner science and self-manipulating tricks to rise with unstoppable resolve, to be stubborn about your goals, and to engineer your own comeback, no matter how bruised you feel now. First things first, your setbacks do not define you. Take a deep breath and hear this. Some of the most resilient people have stood where you stand, hollowed out by failure, pierced by humiliation, mocked by the world. The pain is real, but it's not the end. It is your invitation to become someone stronger, bolder, even more steadfast about what you want from your life. Close your eyes. Inhale. See yourself in the middle of a battlefield. You've lost today's fight, but not the war. And wars are not won by those who never fall, but by those who refuse to stay down. Your stubbornness about your goal is your secret weapon, the kind that, if you learn to wield it, will make you unstoppable. Let's begin with your first power move. Reconnect to your WHY. When everything hurts, go back to the heartbeat of your dream. Why did you start? Whose life will change if you don't give up? What is the world missing if you throw in the towel? Write it down, say it aloud, tattoo it to your soul. Your why is your lighthouse in the storm. Every comeback story began with a stubborn refusal to forget that core reason. Now, feel the pain of humiliation, not as poison, but as a sharp teacher. Psychologists say pain is a signal. Sit with it, let it teach you. You are not alone in this. Humiliation has visited every legend. The difference is, you will use it as rocket fuel. They laughed at me because I stumbled, but one day, they will stare in awe as I run. Here's your next self-manipulation. Reframe the story. Your mind will say, I failed. Stop it right there. Say instead, I learned. Every setback is feedback. Every humiliation is an experiment in growth. What did this teach you about the obstacle, about yourself, about what must change? The mind that owns its story rewrites its ending. Treat today's embarrassment as tomorrow's lesson plan. Don't let fear of shame dictate your moves. Most onlookers forget by the next day, but you, if you stay stubborn, will remember your resilience forever. Practice implementation intentions. Prescript exactly what you'll do when doubt or criticism returns. If someone mocks me, I'll focus on my next step. If I feel embarrassed, I'll write down one win I had today. Mapping your reactions transforms setbacks into steps forward. Break your big goal into tiny milestones. Your brain is hardwired to crave progress. Small wins stack up like armor. If you failed a major exam, master one chapter. If you lost a job, update your resume today, apply once tomorrow. Each mini victory is proof that you are not stuck. You are in motion. Use the blackmail trick of self-manipulation. Set up tiny, unavoidable consequences for giving up. Tell a trusted friend about your next action. Knowing you'll check in makes you more likely to act. Set rewards for persistence, however small. Make quitting a personal disappointment that's harder to swallow than pressing onward. Celebrate every comeback, every time you get back up. The more you focus on recovery, the less your mind fixates on the shame. Houdini didn't become a magician by never failing his escapes. He became one by always coming back, learning every new lock and pitfall, and dazzling the world with his resilience. Surround yourself with people who embody resilience. Seek out those who have failed and risen. Their stories are proof that humiliation is a universal chapter, not your unique curse. Don't waste precious time with the critics or cynics. Find a tribe that sees your struggle, hands you a sword, and shouts for your next stand. Deep down, be flexible about your methods, but never about your goal. If one plan breaks down, adapt. If a strategy fails, pivot. Remember, Being stubborn is not banging your head against the same brick wall forever, but being relentless in finding the door, even if you have to dig a tunnel with your bare hands. Each day, check in with yourself. Journal your intentions. Visualize not just the victory day, but every comeback after every fall. Whisper to yourself, "This is who I am. I refuse to disappear." Convert every sneer of ridicule into an echo that pushes you ahead. They may laugh at me now, but soon their laughter will fuel my comeback story. You will be tempted to embrace comfort, quiet, invisibility. That is fear pleading for safety. Speak back. Comfort does not build legends. I live for the fire of the next attempt. When a failure haunts you, close your eyes and time travel. Imagine the day you make it, reaching your goal, eyes scanning the faces of everyone who thought you would vanish. Feel the pride, the rush of reclaiming your dignity. Let that vision draw you forward when motivation fails. Your future self is already cheering you on. Remember, your brain hates uncertainty, so give it certainty in your habits, even if your world feels shattered. Create rituals, morning affirmations, daily planning, post-defeat self-care. Every completed habit is a vote for your comeback, a brick in your armor. Above all, never let humiliation be your stopping point. The shame fades, but your regret will haunt you forever if you let it win. Let every fall, every mean word, every "you can't," be a stone under your foot as you climb. I'm not finished yet. My goal is too important. I am too stubborn to disappear. Every artist, scientist, entrepreneur, every hero in history has stumbled. Some were even laughed off stage. Their secret? Not never failing, but always choosing to rise, to show up again, to become relentless about what mattered to them. Today, stand up and repeat after me. I refuse to let failure pin me to the ground. I choose comeback over comfort, progress over pride. I will get stubborn about my dreams. I will make humiliation a stepping stone, not a gravestone. I am the author of my own legend, and my next chapter is a comeback so bright, it blinds those who doubted me. Step forward now, one act of courage, one micro win at a time. Write your comeback story with every determined, stubborn heartbeat. Your goals aren't finished, and neither are you, because the world remembers, not the ones who fell, but the ones stubborn enough to get up, glare at their doubts, and fight again. This is your moment. Be stubborn for your dreams. Be relentless about your comeback. The world is waiting for your return.